when you were, while you were growing, you had a good support from your caretaker, from your mom, your guardian. When you wanted food, you got food. When you were cold, you were covered. When you were thirsty, you got drink. If that was how your first year of life was, your growing up, your childhood years, if that was how it was, your unconscious mind will record that as everything is good. Because all your world at that age is around who is taking care of you, those people who are looking after you. So if they take care of you and you sleep when you should sleep, when there's need for help, you're crying, someone comes to carry you, your mind would read that as the world is good, the whole world is good. Now what that does is, as you mature, hello everyone, my name is Dr. Ennis Olorunipa. I'm a communication expert and we have a lecture here today, a very exciting one. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you 3 levels of the mind. And today's video will be helpful to parents. It helps become a better mother, a better father. It will be helpful to caretakers of children, and even helpful to you who's watching. It will let you know why you make the choices that you make, why you think the way you think. I'll show you all the background story. Okay, so I have a diagram here. You have 3 different boxes. This one with black is the unconscious mind. Then the second layer is the preconscious mind. Then you have the conscious mind. So let me explain to you what the differences are. What is the conscious mind? What's the preconscious mind? And what is the unconscious mind? For example, if I asked you now, what are you doing right now? So you're watching a YouTube video or watching a video with someone talking about the conscious mind, preconscious and unconscious mind. You can tell me what clothes you're wearing. You can tell me where you are right now, where you're seated, the environment where you are. That is your conscious mind. Your present state of mind is your conscious mind. That's clear, right? That's pretty simple. How about the preconscious mind? Now, if I ask you some questions, some simple questions like, what did you eat yesterday morning? You might take a few seconds to remember or to try to recall what you ate yesterday morning, but you have the capacity to recall it. So it is information in the preconscious mind. What info you have here can be recalled, but with little effort, you can remember it. If I asked you, for example, the secondary school you attended, the high school you attended, you remember it. So it's not in your immediate thinking. You weren't thinking about it when I asked you. It was in your preconscious mind. So with little effort, you could recall the information. If I asked you what you did during your last birthday celebration, you'll remember. But with little effort, you bring it to your conscious mind. How about the unconscious mind? Now, the unconscious mind is where you have those things that happened in your life that you think you do not remember. If, for instance, I asked you when you were 3 months old let's say you were born in 1995. So I asked you in 1995, so let's say you were born 1995 January. So I asked you on the 6th of April 1995, about 8 a.m., you went somewhere or someone gave you something. Do you remember? Now, most likely you will tell me you can't remember because you were 3 months old. But the truth is, you remember, because all of those information that is not present in your preconscious mind, they are present in your unconscious mind. So you see, I used black color because it's somewhat dark, you see. somewhat dark. You can't easily bring out the information, but it is there. You see, the mind never forgets. All what happened to you from the day you were born, this unconscious mind can remember. You're asking, is that true? Absolutely. Now, how do we know this is true? Because everything that you do today, your decisions, your thinking, they are all affected by the information in this place. So let me explain to you. When you were a child, let's say your first 1 year of life, typically your first 1 year of life, if when you were, while you were growing, you had a good support from your caretaker, from your mom, your guardian. When you wanted food, you got food. When you were cold, you were covered. When you were thirsty, you got drink. If that was how your first year of life was, your growing up, your childhood years, if that was how it was, your unconscious mind will record that as everything is good. Because all your world at that age is around who is taking care of you, those people who are looking after you. So if they take care of you and you sleep when you should sleep, when there's need for help, you're crying, someone comes to carry you, your mind would read that as the world is good, the whole world is good. Now what that does is, as you mature, you find out that you're more trusting. It helps you to trust people. So if you want to trust people, it's easier for you because your unconscious mind has a history. There's the memory of trust here. Somewhere here, there's memory of trust. So it helps the way you think, how you approach life, how you view people. Now, if on the other hand, you had a negative experience, you didn't have a good caretaker, you had some challenges growing up, you were probably abandoned somewhere, there will be an impact as well, and it will be a negative one. You'll find it hard to trust people. It'll be difficult to keep relationships. It'll be most likely, now this is not an absolute, but most cases, this is the result. Why is it not an absolute? Because some people over time, they infuse their minds, because there's a way to actually make some adjustments in this dark area. So that'll be another episode. But they infuse their mind with with a different information that supersedes what happened in this place, and then they are able to start responding differently. But generally, if you had a negative experience as a child, you were neglected, it will affect your decisions. Now, the thing is that all the things that happen here, those events, see, the unconscious mind is not logical. It doesn't think logically. Meaning, it's when you have to make a decision now, this unconscious mind comes into play and triggers, it reminds you, but again, you are not even conscious of that, but it's happening. Reminds you of something in the past that would determine the way you perceive that situation, that will guide and shape your perception about that thing. So these are the 3 levels of the mind. So your mind never forgets. All that happened to you, even when you were five days old, it is here in the unconscious mind. So we have a lot to talk about. I will break this down, and because this is the foundation for personality. Why are people the way they are? It is because of what happens here, mostly in this place. Then also I will take you all through from the first year, second year, and so on, and let you know how all of these factors shaping people's personalities. How do they see life? How are they the way they are? All the puzzle will be solved in the coming videos. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like the video, share, comment, and please let me know you're watching. Subscribe to the channel and keep enjoying more videos. Bye-bye.